Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Today our group will present about article research named Developmental Trajectories of Anxiety Subtypes from Childhood to Early Adolescence. But before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Neliara Krislawala with real last number student ID 190.
And hi, my name is Aisyah Nur Hidayah with my student ID is 123.
Hello everyone, my name is Adinta Fenosa Azani Putri and my last student ID is 032.
In this research, the researchers found a serious problem that many children today are struggling with anxiety. According to the data, about 20.5% of children and teenagers show high levels of anxiety. Even more shocking, other studies show that 41.5% of adolescents experience clinical anxiety. This means for many young people, the problem is not just a small worry. It is serious enough to need professional help. So, do you guys know what is anxiety means?
And then did you know what are the factor contribution to anxiety in childhood?
So in this video, we are going to explain more about how anxiety evolves in childhood into early adolescence. With this article focused on cohort study by researchers from Singapore.
In the context of psychology, anxiety is not just ordinary fear, but rather the body's natural response to stress. It is a feeling of unease, worry, or fear about what might happen in the future. The researchers give several reasons to us why this study is important. This study is important compared to previous ones and it needed more research to understand this journey more specifically because, first, most old studies only look at anxiety in general, not the specific of types. Second, we still don't clearly know the difference between how boys and girls develop anxiety. Third, not enough research focus on things parents can actually change, like their parenting style. And fourth, most data comes from Western countries, so we need more results from different cultures. This article used two main theories from Bronfenbrenner and Rappe to explain that a child's anxiety is heavily influenced by the family. Specifically, it points out that parenting style and the mother's mental health are the foundation. So these two factors can either increase or decrease the risk of anxiety as the child grows up. And last one is in this study wants to understand the development of anxiety, the role of gender, and the impact of parenting. The goal is to help find better ways to prevent emotional problems early on. To research this study, the researchers used data from a major project in Singapore called BOOSTO, which follow children from birth to see their health outcomes. This is a longitudinal study, which means the researchers follow 547 children from different backgrounds like Chinese, Malay, and Indian from the time their mothers were pregnant until the children were 13 years old. The researcher measured three key things. First is children's anxiety. They use tools named MASG2 to track 6 types of anxiety at ages 8, 10, and 13. Second, parenting style. When the kids were 6 years old, they used puppets in a method called the Berkeley Puppet Interview. This helped children express how supportive their parents were in a fun, comfortable way. Third, maternal health. They also look at the mother's stress and mental health levels.
Okay, from what my friend explained earlier, the aims from this article are the first one is to analyze the anxiety subtypes including social generalized, physical, obsessive compulsive, harm avoidance, and separation from age 8.5 to 13 years old. And the second one is to compare the anxiety trajectories between male and female. The third one is to examine association from early caregiving factors, including parental sensitivity, autonomy support, maternal distress, anxiety stress, and the big change in anxiety symptoms. The fourth one is to modifiable the risk factors. For example, autonomy support for reducing the risk from social anxiety in children. And the last one is to understand the perspective on non-Western culture, because in Singapore, Asian parenting style focus on academic pressure, and not all Western research can be implemented.
Now for key feelings. First is mixed effects model between child change in anxiety symptoms. So the analysis revealed interaction correlation or ECC follows ranging from 0,27 to 0,33. This means that approximately 27% to 33% of the variation in anxiety score is attributable to difference among children, and a constant innate or environmental factor, while the remainder is attributable to change occurring within the children's life over time. This validates the use of a mixed effect model to examine the longitudinal development of anxiety. For a second is association between early predictor and anxiety trajectories. Family factors during early childhood for 6 years old play a crucial role in determining a child's future mental health. And parental support for autonomy helps prevent social anxiety, while a mother anxiety and stress are risk factor that increase the likelihood of general, physical, and obsessive-compulsive anxiety symptoms in children as they grow up. So parenting style have a significant impact on children anxiety. And then at the baseline of the study for age 8,5 years old, the children already exhibited significant level of anxiety symptoms across all dimensions. The highest score were found in the younger avoidance dimension is 50,65, and obsessive compulsive symptom is 12,86. The child's gender inters significantly with age in preceding the trajectory of all anxiety subtypes. This suggests that the developmental pattern of anxiety from childhood to early adulthood is influenced differently depending on whether the child is male or female.
In this article, we learn that giving children the freedom or autonomy to try and fail is far more protective to their mental health than overly strict supervision. Furthermore, this article reminds us to care for the child's well-being. We must first ensure the mental well-being of their mother or caregiver, as parental stress is a silent predator that significantly shapes the emotional resilience of future generations. Thank you.
Okay, so this article identifies the transition from childhood to adolescence as a vulnerable period for an increase in symptoms of social anxiety, particularly among girls. The results show that the developmental pattern of anxiety from childhood to early adolescence is influenced differently by whether the child is male or female. Other factors include family factor and change within the children's life over time. And the data were obtained from the Growing Up in Singapore Towards Healthy Outcomes or GUSTO cohort, and subsequently analysis consists of 52.8% boys, 57.3% Chinese, 27.8% Malay, 40.7% Indian, and 0.2% other ethnic. Specific anxiety symptoms were repeatedly assessed via child report at age 8.5, 10, and 3 years.
That's all for our presentation. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope it was clear and can give you a new knowledge.